Man Hour Nation, Man Hour Nation, Man Hour Nation. What is going on tonight? It is Michael Buckhouse here with the best damn radio show on the planet, and it is time to get shocked. It is time to break the Michael Irvin silence. So as you guys know, if you follow the NFL whatsoever, Michael Irvin was accused of misconduct Super Bowl week, February 5th, in a hotel, where he allegedly had an interaction with a woman, and she filed a lawsuit saying he was basically trying to do stuff to me and I didn't want anything about it. Well, witnesses have now come out 2 months or a month after the fact saying, hey, there was nothing wrong with what he did. He just said, hey, what's up? Bada bing, bada boom. You want to do things? And she said no, and he walked away. That's what it came down to. Also, Jackson Mahomes is kind of in the same boat here. He had an encounter with the female, grabbed her by the neck, threw her back, and gave her a kiss. Not once, but twice. Now, she is filing a lawsuit, but the video comes out, she kind of liked it. You know, there are girls that are into that kind of thing, right? There are girls that are into that type of stuff. Now, I don't know very many of them, but there are some girls. So, is it time to just stop with all this, you know, being politically correct and cutting all ties with people that have allegedly something wrong with them? Like with the whole Michael Irvin thing, allegedly something happened and it turns out nothing happened? Michael Irvin is suing this woman for $100 million for a defamation lawsuit. He should get every freaking dime of that. His reputation is ruined. His on-air personality career is ruined. All because of this woman allegedly said, or she did say something that he allegedly did something. Guys, what happened to the innocent until proven guilty? Is that not like a thing anymore? Like, for real, is that not a thing anymore? Cue that intro.
Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that then. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that that's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, still listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live, all 3 speakers go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhouse here with the Man Allergy. Allergies himself. I got a sneeze. It's coming. I can feel it. So give me a second. I'm just going to piss mute here. Sorry about that. The allergy season is live and aggressive right here in Southern Indiana. So if you guys got the allergies, pop those pills. I popped the pill about an hour ago, and apparently it has not kicked in yet. And I'm not very happy about it because I got to sneeze again. It's coming. Wow. It is If and Then Wednesday here, Conjunction Wednesday right here at manhourradio.com. If you have not done so already, like, subscribe, and comment of wherever you're listening to us, facebook.com or youtube.com/manhour. Also, over here at facebook.com/manhour, we have a new subscription as well. You can click on the link that is in the comment section below, and you get added benefits to the live stream. You get the after hours footage. You get a t-shirt. You get a extra game for every game picks that we are giving out here in NFL season. Wow, sneeze again. Guys, I am really completely sorry about this. This sneezing crap. It's got to go. It has got to go. Wow. I gotta sneeze again. Well, I'm gonna die. Wow. It is gonna be a great night. I can already tell. It's gonna be a grand night. It is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, let's get into the new news. New news of the day. Chosen Robbie Anderson has officially been released by the Arizona Cardinals. Do we think anybody picks him up? No. I don't think anybody picks this guy up at all. So yeah. See ya, Chosen Anderson. You might be a solid third receiver somewhere, but I don't see it happening anytime soon, my man. Greg Lewis has been named Ravens' new wide receiver receiver coach. Greg Lewis is the Kansas City Chiefs running back and wide receiver coach since 2017. Do we think Greg Lewis can turn around that wide receiver core in Baltimore? No. No. The only thing that could turn around the Baltimore Ravens receiver core is a new quarterback and a franchise tag Lamar Jackson. The Jets have reworked C.J. Uzomah's deal to clear up $3.6 million of cap space. Guys, do we think they're clearing up some cap space for Aaron Rodgers? They can clear all the cap space he wants. He's not coming to New York. Sorry, Jets fans, he's not coming. DeAndre Hopkins says he's ignoring all the trade rumors, but should he be excited about this potential trade rumor? D-Hop, get your ass out of Arizona as fast as you can. Do you want to be a Larry Fitzgerald? Do you want to be a Calvin Johnson? Do you want to be a Julio Jones that wasted all your prime years on these blood-sucking teams? Get out while you can. D-Hop, get excited. Embrace a trade, my man. Embrace a trade. Calvin Ridley says betting on games was a stupid mistake as the worst as he has ever done. Do we believe him? He's only saying that because he got caught. Let's just be honest. I'm sorry I cheated, baby, because I got caught. If he wouldn't have got caught, he still would be doing it. Let's just be honest. Every man is the same at the end of the day. Giants are still working on a deal with Saquon Barkley, but should they? Nope, they shouldn't. They should tag his ass, and if somebody wants to give you 2 first-round picks for Saquon Barkley, take it and run to the bank, baby. Run to the bank. Guys, that is new news for the night. We have to welcome Chris into the chat. What's up, Chris? What's going on tonight, my man? Chris, my allergies, I'm going to be flat out honest with you. Allergies are kicking my ass, so if you randomly hear me just stop and wipe my nose or whatever, because allergies are live and aggressive here in the Buck household right now. But guys, it is time for If and Then Wednesday, Conjunction Wednesday, right here at manhourradio.com. It is pretty much simple here. We are going to, it is Free Agent Wednesday. I have a list of 5 free agents, and I have some possible teams that they could possibly end up with. So I'm going to give, if said player ends up on this team, then what, right? It is pretty cut and dry. I'm flying solo tonight, so interaction is very, very key tonight, guys. So if you are in the chat, let me know you are in the chat. Give me a thumbs up, and we will definitely get some interaction happening in here. So the first if and then statement of the night on Free Agent Wednesday, Jakobi Meyers is set to hit the free agent market, guys. He should be getting around $12 million per season. Clearly, I don't think he is a number 1 receiver on any team, but if Jakobi Meyers ends up in Kansas City, then what? So as you guys know, Kansas City Chiefs last season was a receiving core by committee. Their number 1 receiver was a tight end in the name of Travis Kelce. Their receivers were all number 2 and number 3 receivers in the league, respectively, right? Very respective. Juju, McCole Hardman, etc., right? So, Jakobi Meyers is a solid number 2 receiver. If he ends up in Kansas City, he is going to have a breakout career over there. He is going to do good things in Kansas City because he comes from such a technically sound system in New England, and then coming to the run and gun offense that the Kansas City Chiefs had, or have, I should say, not had, but have. This would be a good thing for Jakobi Meyers because I think truly he can do a run and gun offense. He has that technical skill, but he also has that, hey, I'm a player. I'm going to find an open spot just like Travis Kelce. Now, if the Chiefs do not re-sign Juju, if they decide to let Mecole Hardman trade or walk or whatever they're going to do with Mecole Hardman, there is an opportunity for a Jakobi Meyers, $11-12 million in there, slide underneath that cap, bada bing, bada boom. Kansas City Chiefs are a very, very dangerous team with him on the roster. Now, there are other free agents out there. There's Allen Lazard out like out there, right? MVS is recruiting very hard to bring Allen Lazard to Kansas City. He would fit well too. We will get into that later in the week here. But guys, let me know. Do you think Jakobi Meyers to Kansas City would be a good fit? And if so, why? And if not, why? Let me know either way in the comments below, and we will get you guys in there. My man Arthur Brown is jumping in the chat tonight. He says, "What's good, Buck?" What is good, Arthur Brown? Hope you're having a fantastic day, my man. Like I said, Chris, earlier, my allergies are kicking my ass right now, guys, so bear with me. I'm trying to muster through it. I got the Gatorade going. I got the water going. I got whatever I can to, like, wet my throat. It's terrible right now. It is terrible. But if you guys haven't done so, I'll like and comment and share this with a couple friends. Sharing is caring at the end of the day. So the next free agent that I have on my list here is the one and only Dallas Cowboys tight end, or I should say former Dallas Cowboys tight end, Dalton Schultz. Schultz is arguably probably one of the third, if not the second best tight end in the league going into 2023. He is set to hit the free agent market as well. He definitely is a every down tight end. He can block, he can catch, and he can do a lot of things on the offensive side of the ball. Now, rumor has it that he is going to go to the New York Football Jets. So if Dalton Schultz ends up in New York as a New York Football Jet, then what? Guys, if Dalton Schultz ends up as a New York Football Jet, the Jets have just become that more dangerous. Let's just think about it. Earlier in the season, the Jets were they were a team where right? Let's just be honest. Their quarterback was Joe Flacco, Mr. 38-year-old man himself. Then Zach Wilson came in, right? Mike White came in, kind of inspired that team. But the Jets have the best defense in all of the AFC. I said it. The Jets have the best defense in all of the AFC. If you add some tight end help and some offensive help and possibly get another a quarterback, I'm not talking about Aaron Rodgers. We're going to talk about three other quarterbacks here coming up. If you add Dalton Schultz to the Jets right now, they are instantly a playoff contender. With the roster constructed right now, with Zach Wilson at the quarterback, they are a playoff-bound team. They might be the second best team in the AFC East. Better than the Miami Dolphins, better than the New England Patriots. Hell, they could go toe-to-toe with the Buffalo Bills with just the addition of a Dalton Schultz. Will the Jets overpay for a Dalton Schultz? They damn well better, because somebody else will. The Houston Texans will. The Miami Dolphins will. Who else? The Seattle Seahawks will. The Dallas Cowboys might even overpay for him. Somebody's going to get a very, very good tight end. They're going to get paid. They're going to pay for it, but he has the biggest upside of free agency, hands down. Dalton Schultz to the Jets, playoff-bound team. Mark my words. Mark it down. AFC Championship or AFC East Championship might be in play as well. Sorry about the drinking of the Gatorade and whatnot, guys. My throat's coming, like I said. And then Arthur Brown says, what? What, he says? Better than the Dolphins? No way. Here, let me get.
No way, baby.
Yes, Arthur Brown. Yes. As currently constructed rosters, Dalton Schultz to the Jets are better than the Miami Dolphins. Hell, right now, with CJ Uzma and Dalton Schultz, they might be the best team in the East. A 2 tight end monster, 2 top 5 tight end monsters in the NFL. Holy crap, watch out, baby. Holy crap, watch out. Do you guys remember what the New England Patriots did with Hernandez and like Gronk? They were damn near unstoppable. Then you put like a game management quarterback like Jacoby Brissett, Jimmy G. Uh-oh. Watch out, baby. And that is exactly where we are going to go with the next free agent. The next free agent to hit the list is the one and only Jacoby Brissett. He is set to hit free agency as well, and he should go pretty damn cheap because he is basically going to be there as a backup quarterback in the end. He was actually the best quarterback in Cleveland last season, better than Deshaun Watson. I just want to put that out there. He was better than Deshaun Watson last year, stat-wise. But if Jacoby Brissett ends up in Washington as a Commander, then what? So, guys, Washington has said that Sam Howell is our guy, right? Which I totally believe them. They drafted him, was it first round last year? But either way, they drafted him to be the guy, right? They drafted him to at some point to take over. And this year is the year. Then we look at a player like a Jacoby Brissett. He was a backup in New England. He was a backup in Indianapolis, got thrown in the fire when Andrew Luck abruptly retired. He was a backup in Miami, got thrown in there. Did pretty well. Backup in Cleveland, got thrown in the fire to be a starter, right? Guys, Jacoby Brissett might be the steal of this free agency. If you are needing a placeholder quarterback, Jacoby Brissett is your guy. $3, $4, $5 million tops. He can come in there and he can hold down the fort for 9, 10, 11, 12 games. He can go in there and he can save the Commanders this season. He can go into Arizona and save them until Kyler Murray comes back. He could go to the New York Football Jets and be a starter and lead them to the playoffs. So if Jacoby Brissett ends up in Washington as a Commander, then he will become the starter in Washington. I think he is the best quarterback on that roster if he goes to Washington. Better than Sam Howell, better than Taylor Heinicke as well. The Washington Commanders could possibly be a playoff team with him on the field. Yes, they were a game out from last season. They actually held their own destiny to the last couple games of the season. Jacoby Brissett could put them into the playoffs. Matter of fact, I'm going to say he will put them into the playoffs. If Jacoby Brissett goes to the Washington Commanders, they are a playoff team in 2023. That is facts right there. Facts right there. Let's jump back into the chat here. This is a previous year. Comments are coming in a little slow here, guys, tonight. Excuse me about that. Oh, excuse me. That's a burp. James comes in and says, I really think the Bills are going to collapse in 23, and the AFC East will between the Dolphins and the Jets. So let me say that for one more time for the people in the back here over on youtube.com/manhour and facebook.com/manhour. James says, I think the Bills are going to collapse in 2023 and the AFC will be between the Dolphins and the Jets. So, James, I think you are spot on. My man Alpha Rob is probably rolling over in his bed right now saying, what, you're talking about my Bills? You're talking bad about my Buffalo Bills? Yes, we are. They are going to get rid of their best linebacker from 2022 because they don't want to pay him. Yes, he was not very good the previous years, but last year he had his career year, right? I forget his name, like number 43 or whatever. Josh Allen is steady taking steps back since Brian Daboll has left. Brian Daboll is that quarterback whisperer, right? He has that gunslinging mentality, but he does not have that gunslinging head, right? He cannot overcome that interception. One thing bad about Josh Allen is if he throws one interception, you're going to see 3 or 4. If he throws 0, he is great. But if he's bad, he is bad. And also, the Buffalo Bills do not like to run the ball. When Josh Allen hurt his UCL, he never really got that fixed, did he? I haven't heard anything about him getting off-season surgery to fix it or anything like that. So I'm really kind of curious to see how that actually is. So yes, James, I do agree with you 100%. I think it is between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Football Jets in 2023 for the AFC East. Now, as far as a collapse, I don't think there'll be a complete 100% collapse, but they will be a 10-7 team, 11-6 team, right? There is going to be that 3-way battle for the AFC East, but I think it comes down between the Dolphins and the Jets. I just think the Patriots are going to be bad. I think they're going to be bad, even though Arthur Brown says better than the Pats would. I forgot. I'm not for sure what to say. No way in hell. Better than the Pats, yes, than I would believe. I'm not for sure what you're trying to say there, Arthur Brown. Not for sure what you're trying to say there, my man. Sorry. I cannot read Miamian, apparently. I'm just giving you a hard time. Just giving you a hard time here. Next up, guys, on the free agency market here. Let me wet the old throat again. Who has allergy out there? So I'm originally from Kansas, and I've had allergies my whole life. And in Kansas, there were parts where I would be sick for a few days, but I'll be over it, right? Take a allergy pill, bada bing, bada boom. I lived in Indiana here for about 7 years now, and twice a year, middle of March and middle of August, I am flat on my ass for at least a week and a half. These allergies down here are unfreaking real. And I don't know if it's because of the valley or just because I'm not used to it yet. I mean, 7 years, you would think you'd be used to it by now, right? But yeah, it is freaking terrible. Terrible. Arthur Brown says, I believe the Jets would be better than the Patriots, but still be chasing the Bills and the Dolphins. I believe the Jets would be better than the Patriots, but still be chasing the Bills and the Dolphins. There's a little bit of homerness coming out there, Arthur Brown. Yes, the Miami Dolphins made the playoffs last season. I will give you that. But there are quarterback issues in Miami. Let me repeat that. There are quarterback issues in Miami. They don't even know if Tua is going to get a 5th-year option until May. Why May? I don't know. I think that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my whole entire life. We are going to wait till after the draft to see if we want to give our starting quarterback a 5th-year option. What? How dumb is that? Let me tell you, it's very dumb. So technically, you don't know if you have a starting quarterback or not. So you are going to go into the draft thinking, hey, we might need a quarterback. We might need a quarterback. We don't know. Teddy Bridgewater, I don't think he's even longer on the team anymore. Skylar Thompson had flashes, but he's still a 7th-round pick and has a lot of room to grow still. So you're telling me you're going to go into the draft not knowing if you have a starting quarterback or not? Basically, that tells me is hey, if we could possibly get a quarterback in the draft, move up to a top 10 pick, get a Will Levis, get a C.J. Stroud, get a Anthony Thompson, somebody like that, then we're not going to sign Tua to that 5th-year deal. But if we don't, then we're going to sign him. They can play off all the health card they want. Stupid in the end. Yes, I get they're trying to be politically correct and yada, yada, yada. But let's just be honest. It is a business. If I can milk Tua for everything he's got for the next 3 years, I'm going to milk the cow dry. I don't care who you are. I don't care about your health. I mean, I do, but I don't. I care about your health for the next 3 years. Once you're off my medical insurance, wipe my hands and walk away. I think the Miami Dolphins are the worst team in the AFC East. Even with Waddle, even with Hill, even with all these moves that they're trying to make, they are the worst team in the AFC East. James says they have named two of the 2020-23 starter, and they don't have a first-round pick to trade up this year. I thought, James, they're not going to determine Tua's future till May 1st. Or was it March 1st? I'm pretty sure it was May 1st. Technically, Tua is not under contract right now. Technically. But I could be wrong. And do you guys have any picks the next 3 years because you give up everybody for Tyreek Hill? I'm just saying. James, I didn't know you were a Miami fan. Welcome on board. Welcome all the Miami fans. Welcome to Miami. And of course, then Arthur Brown's got to bring up the facts here. He says, drop the facts, drop some mic and walk away. He also said, the Miami Dolphins were not going to make the playoffs last season. I did say that. I was very adamant that I thought the Miami Dolphins were going to miss the playoffs last season. Somehow they backed their way in there, and then they got their ass whooped first round. But hey, they still made the playoffs. Skylar Thompson still get his first win of his NFL career. He did get his first playoff game of his NFL career. All good things. All growing pains for the Miami Dolphins. All great things. I will give you that. 40 years and counting until I die. Well, I hope you have at least another 50 years in you, James. Another 50 years when the Miami Dolphins relocate to Tallahassee. Moving on. Jimmy G is also set to hit the free agent market as well, and he is going to be a highly sought-out, overpaid quarterback in the end. Now, you guys know I am a huge Jimmy G fan. I think with the San Francisco 49ers, he is a great fit. He will lead them to a lot of championships if he plays a full 17-game season. Keyword there is if and San Francisco. But right now, those two marriages are not happy. He hasn't been healthy, and he's no longer going to be a San Francisco 49ers from all points saying. So with that being said, there are many teams out there that are kind of in the Jimmy G sweepstakes. We had the Carolina Panthers. We had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We've heard the Miami Dolphins. We've heard the New York Jets. We've heard the Houston Texans. We've heard the Cardinals. But the most intriguing of them all is the Las Vegas Raiders. Former offensive coordinator, pretty good staff around, or pretty good offense around them. Bada bing, bada boom. So if Jimmy G ends up in Vegas, then what? If Jimmy G ends up in Vegas, he will be a 3-game bust. Let's just be honest. The Raiders are terrible on the offensive line. Yes, they do have Devontae Adams. Yes, they do have Josh Jacobs. Yes, they do have Hunter Renfrow. Yes, they do have a fairly decent defense. Their offensive line is terrible. Terrible. What is Jimmy G's biggest flaw out there, guys? I'll wait. Oh, you didn't hear me? What is Jimmy G's biggest flaw? He can't stay healthy. He gets hit, he gets hurt. Derek Carr led the league in sacks the last 3 seasons. The last 3 seasons, nobody has been sacked more than Derek Carr. Who did Derek Carr used to play for? The Las Vegas Raiders. If Jimmy G ends up in Vegas, he will be hurt by week 5. I'm not wishing any ill will on him whatsoever. I like Jimmy G as a person. I like him as a player. I think he'll do great in San Francisco. Just not very good in Las Vegas. Sorry, my man. porn man, porn stash, the Instagram model himself, not going to work in Vegas. Jimmy G to Vegas, bad move, guys. Bad move. Do not let it happen. Alfarad popping in the chat here. He says, definitely make it happen. What? Alfarad is a Buffalo Bills fan. We got a lot of AFC East fans here tonight, guys. What the heck? Where's all the AFC West boys at? Chiefs Nation, baby. Come on, stand up. Stand up, rise up. Yeah, Jimmy G to Vegas, just bad. Just bad. Oh, excuse me. Next up on our free agent Wednesday edition here at manhourradio.com, Baker Mayfield is also set to hit the free agent market. That's right, the Baker Mayfield. Former number 1 overall pick, traded to the Carolina Panthers. The Browns actually paid the Carolina Panthers to take him. Ended up in L.A. Did decent for the Rams. Not terrible, but he is set to be a free agent. So if Baker Mayfield ends up on any other team besides the L.A. Rams, then what? If Baker Mayfield ends up on any other team besides the LA Rams, unfortunately, he will be a backup. Unfortunately, Baker Mayfield's future in the NFL is a backup, unless it's with some team, unless it's with LA. Any team out there that's possibly looking for a quarterback, he is going to be a backup. He is not going to go to Carolina. I wouldn't even think about talking to them ever. He's not going to go to the Jets. If he goes to Houston, the Houston have the 2nd overall pick. He is going to be like a mentor to that 2nd overall pick, whether it's C.J. Stroud or like Anthony Thompson, right? Baker Mayfield's future in the NFL is a backup. And with that being said, does a former number 1 overall pick have a backup mentality? He has been the best of the best. He's a Heisman winner. He was a starter for Oklahoma for 2 years, right? He was a starter all through his high school. He's been a starter in the NFL. He's still at his prime. Baker Mayfield might be the biggest cancer free agent out there besides Odell Beckham Jr. Not because he is not a good player. It is because of the simple fact that he doesn't have the backup mentality. So if Baker Mayfield ends up on any other team besides the LA Rams, then he will be out of the league in 2 years. He's out of the league in 2 years. And that is a tough pill to swallow. He led the Browns to the playoffs, their first playoff win in however long, right? And then you get traded like that. It is a far fall from grace. Miami Dolphins fans unite over here at facebook.com/manhourradio. James and I are now officially friends. Fins up, James. Fins up. And then Javier jumping in the chat here. What's up, Javier? Hope you're having a grand old night, my man. He says Tom Brady will sign for the Eagles. Why would Tom Brady sign with the Eagles? You know when my man Drew always says, put down the beer, Buck? Put down the beer, Javier. Why would Tom Brady sign with the Eagles? To be a backup to Jalen Hurts? To never go to another playoff game? You guys do understand that the Eagles are going to be missing the playoffs next year, right? You do understand that the Philadelphia Eagles will never make it to another Super Bowl as long as Jalen Hurts is the quarterback. You do understand that they are the 3rd best team in the NFC East right now, right? Just to make sure we're on the same page there, Javier. No, if Tom Brady goes anywhere, it will be to Miami, I believe. Because, what was it, 3 years ago he wanted to go to Miami, right? And that's why Miami lost their 24th overall pick. But it is what it is. James dropping the knowledge here. Jimmy G needs to go to Carolina with Frank Reich. Huh. Is this the same Frank Reich that got fired from Indianapolis because he couldn't develop a quarterback the last 3 years? That Frank Reich? That Frank Reich that had Phillip Rivers as a quarterback, and then Matt Ryan, and who else did he have? Didn't have somebody else? 3 over-the-hill quarterbacks. I am not a huge Frank Reich fan. I don't think Frank Reich has that coaching it in him anymore. And I'm not for sure if he and Jimmy G would get along. I don't think Jimmy G would fit his type of offense. But we will see. James come on says, if not with the Rams, Baker goes to Green Bay to compete with Love for the starting position. Love wins Green Bay, sold back up in here. Sorry about that. That's gross. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm watching that on TV or my phone or whatever, that's freaking gross. Sorry about that, guys. But James says Baker Mayfield to Green Bay. If Baker Mayfield does not stay with the Rams and he goes to Green Bay to compete with Love for the starting position, Love wins the Green Bay starting position and as a solid backup after Aaron goes to New York. Do you guys truly think that Jordan Love is better than Baker Mayfield? I have not seen Jordan Love play since he played the Kansas City Chiefs, 2 years ago, was it? And I wasn't that impressed. Yes, he was a COVID year and all that other crap, right? But I don't think Jordan Love is that guy. If he was that guy, there wouldn't be so many trade rumors floating around. Last year, the 49ers were talking about trading for Jordan Love before they drafted Trey Lance, right? I just don't think Jordan Love is that guy. And I do not think Aaron Rodgers leaves Green Bay either. But we will see. We will see. Oh, Nick Foles was the other guy. You were asked. Forgot about that. That Frank Reich that coached up Nick Foles in the Super Bowl to win for Philly. Jesus. So, this is also the same Nick Foles that also lost a starting job to Andy Dalton in Chicago. Yeah. I'm just asking. It is what it is. That sneezing was hilarious. Jason, I'm glad you think it's hilarious. My allergies do not think it's hilarious. My eyes are all like freaking bloodshot now, man. It is crazy. It's crazy. But guys, that is going to be it for the Man Hour tonight. I'm doing the after show here. So if you guys would like to join the after show here, click on the link at facebook.com. You can subscribe to exclusive content. Did I push the button? There you go. You can do the exclusive content there. When we do the NFL picks starting the NFL season in 2023, you get an extra game pick. You get t-shirts, you get jerseys. Join the subscription. It's $4.99 a month, guys. All proceeds go to us, obviously, to help us grow and improve the best damn sports show out there. Don't drop the beer at all, Man Hour. It is what it is, guys. See you on the after show, but most importantly, see you tomorrow. Man Hour Nation, rise up.